Hello my friends, and welcome back to the collecting channel. Right, as I said at the back end of the last video, we're going to have a look today at the Pulp Heroes. It's a new series I'm starting actually because we're going to have a look at the Pulp Heroes in paperback, starting with Doc Savage. But there are quite a few paperback series from the old pulps, and I'll be doing a series of maybe three covering the Shadow, the Spider, and some of the lesser known pulp heroes of the 30s. Now, just before we start, I'll run through all the Doc Savages that I have. Just before we start, I'll give you a bit of context as usual. In 1929, the American economy suffered a great backward step with the Wall Street crash, and hundreds of millions of families were thrown into virtual poverty, or poverty in many cases. And back then, all they had for entertainment was the radio, and sort of like dime novels, which were a thing in the early part of the century. And so obviously the idea was to try and fill that void for a populace that didn't have any jobs, basically. Try and give them a bit of entertainment. And somebody, I can't remember who the first pulp producer was, but they came up with the idea of pulp heroes in a 10-cent package. You'd have a main story of, say, Doc Savage, Shadow, Spider, whoever, and you'd have maybe a backup series, give it a bit of variety. As I say, these sold typically for 10 cents, and they looked very much like this, with a nice action cover. This is a facsimile, so the actual pulp itself would have been printed on very cheap pulp paper, which gave the pulps their name. And I never really found out why, but the cover always overlapped the actual book, so you had like an edge round it that you could fold over practically. I remember when I used to collect pulps, I bought a very nice collection of almost mint pulp issues of the Shadow, and they all had this lovely foldy over cover. And then later on I would buy some, and some idiot had cut them so that they were the same size, and I would go apoplectic and red with rage, thinking that some twit had done this to a nice pulp magazine. But there you go, different people. But yeah, that's typically how they looked anyway. And they became very popular, of course. Kids used to read them. Adults used to read them, and for 10, I mean even 10 cents back in the Depression in America was no small amount, but at least it gave a couple of days of escapism from the misery of having no jobs and just lying about all day basically. So there's a little backdrop to what I'm going to show you today. Now, I have 67 consecutive issues of the Bantam pulp paperbacks for Doc Savage. There are more, but the only ones I was really interested in were the ones painted by an American fine artist called James Balmer. Now he's well known in America, not so much over here in England, in the UK, but I would put him on a par with with people like Norman Rockwell, you know. He did a lot of Western stuff actually. I have one of his books which is tucked away somewhere. I couldn't find it in time for the video, but he did a lot of Western stuff, and he's a very fine artist, as I said. Although, having said that, the Doc Savage paperbacks didn't start out looking all that grand. But I have the 67 issues that he did. Well, actually 65. I think there was 2 of them that he didn't, but I've got the other 2 that he didn't, just for the sake of having a complete run, you know. But then I stopped collecting them at 67. The first 30 odd were actually distributed in this country, you know, with an English price sticker on. And then, I mean, I have all of those, of course, and most of those are not in sort of like what you would call near mint, or fine condition. They're sort of like very goods and very good pluses. A couple, you know, just sort of like good to very good. But as I say, the first 30 were distributed here, and they had more wear, whereas I think it was around number 34 or 36 when they become non-distributed, and I used to buy them from Forbidden Planet in London. I used to buy them new, and I've kept them new. So yeah, I'll show you the difference anyway in the condition. So this was the very first issue, Man of Bronze. That's the sort of like atypical Doc Savage pose that you see with the torn shirt. Very iconic. Then we had number 2. Like I say, these early ones weren't quite as nice looking as some of the later ones. And the only unfortunate thing with these is that I think that was one of the non-Barmer ones. The only unfortunate thing with these is, you know, this covered nearly sort of like half the page, so you couldn't see the artwork. I've searched high and wide for a Barmer book with Doc Savage work in it, but I've come up short so far. The book I bought, I thought, oh, it's got to have a couple of Doc Savage pages, but none at all. So there was number 3. Number 4. As I say, these covers are not great. And the condition of these books are not bad. I mean, if you're interested in starting a collection of these, I had a look on the completed listings on eBay, and they're not too bad price-wise. I mean, I don't know if certain issues are more expensive than others, but I mean, I saw a bunch of A Job Lot that would have came out well under £1 each, which I thought was quite strange. Number 5. So the issues do get better as we go along. So you can see the spine's a little bit rolled there, but not too bad. It still looks okay in the bookshelf. And then these number 7. This is where the covers used to get a little bit more interesting. You can see that you know, this is done by a very good artist, and yeah, that's about when the covers started to look a lot better. I'm not sure. I think this might have been the other one that he didn't do, Barmer. So these are in okay condition. I mean, certainly collectible. There's a nice one. I'll show you the cover more than the title. We have number 9, and I'll just run through these. Talk too much. I'll just show you the artwork. Number 10 and number 11. That's quite a dark cover. That's what attracted me to these when I first started to get them. It was the cover artwork. I thought, oh, this is interesting. Number 13 and 14. That one's in nice shape. It's a fantastic island. There's some Komodo dragons there by the look of it. They're nice colour. The nice colours. These Doc Savage paperbacks as well. Melody number 15. So you can see like the detail that's gone into that. I guess artists like Boris Vallejo, although they look a bit Frazetta-ish, I think they've probably taken their inspiration from Balmer. It's just a shame he's not a bit more well known over here. But, yeah, so Balmer developed that sort of like V-shaped, crew-cutty blonde look that Doc Savage used to wear in all of these. Nice image, number 17. The Red Skull. I mean, these are all sort of like action-adventure stories. Doc Savage doesn't have any superpowers as such. He does have a little band of followers. City. So, like I say, all of these were distributed. Now, that one's not in great shape. It's got a slight roll on the spine there, as you can see. But as I say, it's not so bad that I wouldn't collect it. There's one in nice condition. Sarcassa Ogre number 18. Nice sickly green there. But yeah, these covers always look interesting to me, more so than a lot of paperback art. Although there is some nice science fiction stuff out there. Yeah, that's number 20. And there's another one that's not in great shape. You can see the spine's a bit out of kilter there, part of the Pacific. So I would love a book with all of these plates in. I mean, I would pay very good money to have one of those. Some of these covers, the only problem with some of these covers, I don't know, is the way they were printed. But they look a bit dark, and you can't see the artwork as it should be. It could be seen. I know that's not so bad. You know, you can see quite a bit of detail in that. The Tsar of Fear. We're down to 22 now. That's a nice one. Always one of my favourites. Fortress of Solitude. Don't know whether this came before or after Superman, but you can see a resemblance there, can you? I think one must have cribbed off the other. Yep, 24, the Green Eagle. The Devil's Playground. Quite a nice one. And 26. Yes, I always like this one, Death in Silver. They actually did this Marvel Comics adapted that story with a Steranko cover. Much as I like Steranko, I don't think his cover was as good as Balmer's there, but that's just a personal opinion. And number 27. Mystery Under the Sea. Another one that's a bit dark to appreciate fully. And then we have Deadly Dwarf. Again, you know, not the best. The best printing. And The Other World. You can see a little sticky up there where the English price would have been. I mean, that one's in mint, or near mint anyway. So, you know, I got lucky with some, but most of them had obviously been read one or two times. Here's one I like, number 30, you can see the English price. The Flaming Falcons number 30. So they certainly got distributed until issue 30. I think it was probably in the mid-30s when they stopped being distributed. Whoops, wrong pile. It showed you out of sequence there. There's number 31, The Annihilist. It's very similar to a shadow cover, that. Interesting, 31, and then 32, The Dust of Death. That's quite a nice cover. And 33, Terror in the Navy. There's some great titles for some of these, but you can see almost nothing on there. That's a horrible cover. So we move on to next little pile, number 34, Mad Eyes. I think this is around the time where they became non-distributed and you could only buy them from specialist bookshops like Forbidden Planet. Excuse me while I drink. This is one of the two issues around there that are not quite in mint condition, but the rest. Squeaking Goblin. There's a weird title for you. And then Resurrection Day number 36. This is about the time that I started buying them from Forbidden, because I remember picking that one up in particular. This one was a bit of a hard one to find. Oh no, it wasn't that one, was it? No, that one was also a Forbidden Planet special. X number 37. And then I remember the next one was one that I could never find brand new. And I had to go on eBay, and it's not in bad condition, but you know, it's got a few blemishes there I wish weren't there, but quite a nice cover. But I would like to get that in better next, so I might keep my eyes on eBay. It's probably one of the worst condition ones I've got actually, and one that I found the hardest to find. But the rest of these from 39 to 67 are all in near mint, apart from a little bit of, there's not much browning on the pages because I've kept them stored well. World's Fair Goblin. And where are we? 40. Dagger in the Sky. That's quite a nice one. And number 41, Emergence of Disaster. I mean, around about this time, the covers were all pretty nice. Certainly nicer than the first 10, anyway. Gold Ogre. Strangely enough, when Doc's little band of helpers don't appear on any of these covers. The Man Who Shook the Earth. Excuse me. You only see Doc and maybe a glimpse of one of the villains. The Sea Magician 44. And The Man Who Smiled No More. Sounds like a line from the Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Nevermore. That one. And then we'll move on to number 47, The Land of Long Juju. There's a strange title for you. And The Feathered Octopus, another great title. Quite an interesting one. Well, the green covers all look fairly nice. Okay, now this is a nice one. Number 46, The Midas Man. That's you can see Palmer's attention to detail in that one. Probably, if not my favourite, one of my favourite covers. It's all there to be seen, as opposed to that one with Sea Angel, which is all rather dark. Yeah, that's a nice one. Devil on the Moon, number 50. I like that one. And 51 is Haunted Ocean, not so good. And 52 is The Vanisher. Like Cat Weasel in the background there. Yeah, strange stuff. And 53 is The Mental Wizard. I don't know if that means he had mental powers or whether it was just off his rocker, but great title, The Mental Wizard. Yeah. That's what was great about these pulps, man. They had such weird stuff in them. And he could stop the world, apparently. It was very science fictionish, that rocket in the background. I don't think there were many science fiction tropes in these, but I might be wrong. I haven't read them all. I haven't read many of them, actually. Right, so we've got the Golden Peril. I must have picked that one up second hand because it looks a bit... He loves the... it's the Golden Peril. I thought it was the Goblin Peril. I was going to say he loves the word goblin. The guy who writes these, Kenneth Robeson. And then we're on to number 56, The Giggling Ghosts. Oh man, where did I get these titles from? As you can see, that's not... I don't know, that might have just been in... Sometimes you would buy them with the odd blemish, that they received in transit. I don't remember buying any second-hand ones in this little bunch, but 57, Poison Island. And 58, The Munitions Master. That's quite a nice one. A lot of icy detail in there. And The Yellow Cloud. 59. A psychedelic looking thing, isn't it? And we get the number 60, which is The Magi. The Magi. Nice detail in there. The folds, all good stuff. And before we look at 61, I'll just finish this. Right, The Living 5 Minutes, 61. 62, the Pirate's Ghost. That's quite a nice one, but it's not a bit lighter. Shades of Jack Sparrow. Right, the Submarine Mystery. 63. Another very dark one. And the last few now. 64, The Motion Menace. And 65, The Green Death. So there's just something about these green covers that I like. And we have Mad Mesa. 66. And the last of James Balmer's run, we have Freckled Shark, number 67. So there you have it, folks. The complete run of Bantam Doc Savage is up to number 67. I don't know how far it went up. I think it went way past 100. And they did some doubles as well. But like I say, if you're interested, do look on eBay, because they're a lot cheaper than I thought they would be. So yeah, have a look. Right, okay, I hope you enjoyed that one. Actually, I'll probably be back later on today with, I had some more vintage science fiction paperback pickups. I did one last week and I went back to the same place and had a few more. So while I've got the camera on, I'll probably do that later on. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Keep subscribing, keep watching. And yeah, okay, I'll see you later.